Welcome to the amazing world of anime. I am Guillermo Enrique Juarez, and together with my parent Diana, we will talk about the history of anime and these different genres. Uh, in 2009, Hungary, um, 70, the first Japan's animate were to be considered as part of the anime was given Shigacho Meiya no Shinpai, travelers a new picture work in motion. The failure of the Green Plan added these three figures emerging that will promote Japan animation during this time and later will we consider the father of anime. The the first of them was Oten Shimokawa, who was a political cartoon. It's Tokyo Punk amazing as animator for the Tenkatsu studio. With the story of janitor Mukuso Imokawa when his most recognized work. In second place was Junichi Koichi and Peter and Cartoon to watch hit as animator in 1916 and would in total main 15 animated film. Finally, Seitaro Kitayawa was a self-launched animator who was not hired with another company, but went on the clean is his own studio, Kitayawa Eiga Seikayu, which the speed later goes in due to the lack of success in his work is considered the first studio of anime in Japan.
In 1961, and after his contract with Toei Animation expired, Osamu Tezuka, considered the father of manga, founded his own animation studio, Mushi Productions. Thought this studio Tezuka would be responsible of diverse and successful anime series such as Astro Boy, Kimba the White Lion, The Princess Knight, and Black Jack. In fact, Astro Boy was the first anime series to be broadcast on television in 1963, although Tezuka would be dissatisfied with all the restrictions and changes that the creation of it had to take in order of the broadcast. In the United States, nonetheless, Astro Boy was a success in both of the United States and Japan, influencing many other works during the decade.
It was assault during this decade 70 that the popular mecha genre emerged with series such as Mazinger Z in 1972 and Mobile Suit Gundam in 1979. This genre is Charenstein's be science fiction element as well as we presenting giant robots pilot we human fighting with a class of enemy even in outer space. On the other hand, serving as an contrast to this type of packed anime in 1979. The animation series Candy Candy emerged, reaching really popular, reaching 135 episodes as well as 3 films popular with toy animation.
The mecha genre continued to grow during this time. The Macross version emerged in 1982 and was even adapted for American audience, and the first season of Robotech in 1985. This year also saw the older arrival of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, and sequel of the series original, becoming one of the most popular animated series in Japan. Gainax, one of the most popular Japanese animation studios, also emerged during this decade. In that time, known as Daikon Films, this studio was founded by Hideaki Anno, Yosuke Sadamoto, Hiroyuki Yamaga, Tamaki Akai, Toshiro Okada, Yoshiro Takeda, and Shinji Higuchi. Just a group of amateur animators and college studios. Daikon Films made shorts for Nihon SF, Taika, Japan's annual science fiction convention. However, following the success of the animated shorts in 1983 and their growing popularity with the otaku community, they decided to change their name to Gainax. In 1985, 2 years later, they would finally produce their first animated film, titled Royal Space Force: The Wings of Honor Mice.
By the late 1990, more than 100 different anime were broadcast in Japan, with Pokémon, Sailor Moon, and Digimon with the most successful. For its part, Dragon Ball Z continued to gain popularity during the 1990, uh, being translated into a dozen languages and broadcast in more than 80 different countries. At the end of the One Piece World has arrived, one of the most acclaimed Japanese animation series world, with is currently still or I even earlier fighting season and more than 900 episodes.
The first decade of the year 2000 was characterized by an increase of the production of series with element characteristic of mecha gender, such as Mobile Suit, Gunman Seed, Macross Warrior, FLCL, and Code Geass. One of the most prominent series in this category is Gurren Lagann, which is distinguished by using elements of mecha series and 80s and 90s, which earned him various awards from various organizers events in Japan. For their part, the experimental anime series that saw their start several experiments line during 1990 continued with Boogie Poop, Phantom, Paranoia, Agent Gans, and Ergo Proxy, being the most reorganized. And I will talk about a little bit about the anime genders, like shonen. This is directed especially at male adolescents since its literally translation is boy, and the themes that usually touch are fantasy, heroism, and with protagonists strong and convictions. The seinen, it means adult or adult man, as the name implies. These anime are made for a more mature audience, usually between 18 and 40 years old, and the seinen are intended for men and contain complex themes that would be not appropriated for younger people. Erotic content and violent scenes are so are also part of the seinen productions. Shoujo, it means girls. Its most literary translation, shoujo anime is also named young people, but mainly at women. The plot of the series generally features a girl as protagonist, and stories being more focused of dramas, novels, and other events that marks the development of women. Josei is literally means women, like seinen. This type of anime is made from adults, but in this case, female audience. It's short. Josei represents the moderation of shoujo, presenting common problems of the daily life of women from a realistic point of view. The kodomo really means children. In this case, young children. These are anime made with a focus of child audience, and the name suggests especially between the age of 4 and 10 years old. Kodomo stories often convey important lessons to younger people, like respecting other people, for example. The plots are simple and easy to understand. The importance of the friendship and the appreciation of the fraternal and family values are also common in this type of anime. And I had a question for you. What are your favorite subgender or gender of anime?
Um, it says was easy since there weren't so many people who would bother me about it. If they will bother you more is you playing Minecraft.
Nice. In my case, I really like the blood and the action, and I prefer the josei. Um, the the seinen. It usually is so depressive or aggressive, and it makes me feel excited. Well, that's all for today, and I expect you like it. And thanks for watching.